Our attention spans have all been crushed. I used to be in a position where I wouldn't be able to hold conversations with people without looking at my phone. I used to just get lost in social media, lost in everything that I didn't need to be lost in. And I wouldn't even be able to hold a conversation with someone without having to check my phone, the anxiety of checking if someone's messaged me, you know, the anxiety of seeing if someone's uploaded something, if that makes sense. And it's sad to see that a lot of us have this problem. And it's only since I took a step away that I truly get the full enjoyment out of conversations and out of speaking to people, if that makes sense. Before that, I wouldn't actually get the full enjoyment out of speaking to people, if that makes sense, because my mind would be on other things. My mind would be on social media, my mind would be on like all different things instead of actually what's going on now. Say for example, if I sat down before out in the field like this, my mind wouldn't be on nature, my mind wouldn't be on listening to the birds, this video, it'd be on just outside things, wondering if this girl's texting me back, wondering if my mates have texted me, if that makes sense. And that would just take away from my life now. That'd take away from how I feel now, and that would just make me feel worse about myself, because I wouldn't actually be able to enjoy now and the power of now, essentially. And I wouldn't be able to be in the present moment and take everything that I can from now. And how do you think my decisions were affected by that? They were affected negatively. They were affected negatively by that, because I wouldn't actually be making decisions based off of now. I'd be making impulsive decisions based off how I felt. Impulsive decisions based off just stupidity, if that makes sense. And I'll be so consumed in something that I feel productive doing and being on social media, if that makes sense. I feel productive doing that. Therefore, I wouldn't feel the need to be productive in my actual life and enjoy what's going on now. And that's why it's so important to understand the beauty that's going on now. For example, something as simple as me sitting in the field, looking at the clouds, looking at the skies, looking at the grass, is truly exceptional to feel. But whereas if you're consumed in these apps all the time and consumed on what other people think, what Elon Musk thinks on Twitter, what whoever thinks on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and if this person's posted and all that, you're not going to truly take full gratitude for now, full confidence in now. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for, to be honest. Full enjoyment of now, that's the word I'm looking for. You wouldn't take full enjoyment of now. And it's important to take full enjoyment of now, because now is literally all we got, in a sense. The decisions that you make now is all you've got now, if that makes sense. And of course the future is going to come, and you know that the decisions that you make now are going to affect your future. For example, I've just been to the gym, I've worked out, been in the sauna, the steam room. Now I'm outside in nature filming a video before work. It's almost like these will have a positive effect on me in the future. And I meditated earlier as well, so that's all going to have a nice positive effect on me in the future. But whereas if I stayed home, just looked at my phone all day and just ate like shit, just popped to the shop and bought some biscuits, because that's what I felt like this morning. I felt like buying some fucking sweets, buying some fucking Maryland biscuits. It would literally have a negative effect on me now, if that makes sense. And I feel sluggish and down, and I wouldn't go out, and I wouldn't be feeling the beauty of now, like being outside with the sun on me, looking at a beautiful grass, looking at this beautiful world, if that makes sense. So where am I going in this video? I'm saying look at the value of now. Take full accountability for what's going on now. Take the full beauty of what's going on now. Get outside, do things now to make yourself prominent now. Because I used to not be able to hold conversations with people. I used to not be able to even literally be in the moment like now. Like now I feel amazing and excellent because of everything I've done. But it's important to understand that all you truly do have is now, if that makes sense. And it sounds wishy-washy because the future is going to come, you know what I mean? And people will say, what happens if you get hit by a bus? But you know what I mean? Future will come. But it's important to understand that now is where the beauty comes. What you do now is where the beauty comes. What you choose to act on now is where the beauty comes. And there'll be more beauty in the future if you do the right things. But whereas if you do the wrong things now, that are easy, that are enjoyable now, eating a full pack of Maryland cookies, which is so easy to do, which I chose not to do, it's going to make you feel better, if that makes sense. When you do the wiser decision, go to the gym, stay fasted, work out, film a video, get out in nature, meditate, you know, that's going to have a positive effect on you. And how do you feel like later on when I go to work? How do you feel my interactions with people are going to be? They're going to be a lot more greater and a lot more better, and I'm going to be in the moment now, if that makes sense. And that's going to have a positive effect on how I feel, because I'll be more in the conversations, therefore I'll be more present, be more funny, be more aware of the conversations. And that's the beauty of this. It's important to understand that your attention span has been demolished by these apps, by these TikToks, by everything. And it's easy for it to be demolished. And my attention span was demolished, and now it's got a lot better. It's not where it should be, don't get me wrong, like there's so much growth I can have in that area by being more mindful and stuff, but overall it's a lot better than it was. And now my conversations, me speaking to people, me in the present moment now, I get so much more enjoyment out of them things. I get more enjoyment out of speaking to people and talking to people and making them feel good, making them laugh and all that, if that makes sense. But whereas before, I'll be too consumed on my phone, and if this person's messaged me, if this person's texted me, if fucking KSI has posted a video, you know what I mean? I'll be so consumed on stuff like that, and it wouldn't help me, if that makes sense. But now it's like beautiful to be kind of disconnected from that, if that makes sense, and actually love now, love what's going on now, and not have my attention span demolished as much. And it still takes a lot of work. It takes work for you to take a step back. It takes work for you to get outside, you to sit in nature, you to meditate. But think, if you go outside like this and you meditated, that would be amazing. You go outside and you journaled in the sun like this, in the weather, that would be nice. You could work out on the grass. There's so many things you could do, if that makes sense, that will help you now. But if you choose the wrong paths, you choose the wrong things day in, day out, and it's not going to make a difference straight away, but when a few months has gone by, it's going to make a difference. When a month's gone by, it's going to make a huge difference. When 2 weeks have gone by, it's going to make a huge difference. It's important for you to make the right decisions now and to help yourself with your attention span, because it helps in every area of your life. Your focus in the gym will be better. Your mindfulness right now, how you feel now, you in the present moment, will feel better. The way you view yourself will feel better. You can understand yourself a bit more. What else? How you interact with people is going to get insanely better, because you'll be more present and you'll be more funny, you'll be more wary, you'll be more understanding, if that makes sense. So it's important to understand that you need to take a step back in order to improve your attention span. Take a step back from a lot of this social media and all this. Maybe even watch some long form content, which is a bit easier, like a normal conversation or podcast or whatever. That will probably help with your attention span in comparison to little shorts all the time, you know. And just take a little step back from a lot of it and just kind of do things for yourself, be more present, do things to make you more present, meditate, journal, get outside, work out, eat right, you know, just do things to help yourself. So I hope you lot got some positive value in this video. I hope you lot got some value in this video. There's gonna be more content coming soon. I can't fucking speak today. There's gonna be more content coming soon. Thank you for all the love recently. I'm so grateful, and yeah, I'll see you in a bit.